Hey guys, welcome back to the Co Classic Kids Show, and just wanted to make a real quick video before the Xbox showcase. Waiting to see what's up with that. Um, but the discourse after the PlayStation State of Play has been laughable to me. It goes to show how far the mighty has fallen when it comes to PlayStation, the PlayStation brand. And mind you guys, I I jumped off the sinking ship when they announced the Xbox One. I was into 360. That was my main platform. And once I saw the iceberg ahead, I jumped off that Titanic so fast and went right to PS4. I'm notorious for jumping off of sinking ships. I don't really care about brands. I just want what's best for me as a gamer. I just want to look forward to something as a gamer. So yeah, I jumped off the sinking ship with Xbox. Really had a good time. Mostly playing on PS4, though I do play on everything if I so choose to want to. If a platform happens to draw my attention, so I've always been that way. I've always been willing to go wherever for games, and so I was on PS4, and then upon how I felt about PS4 generation, it being so good for the most part. It wasn't perfect, but it was very, very good. I was very happy. I bought two PS5s, day one pre-ordered because I was excited for next generation. What next PlayStation was going to bring to the table with better hardware and with everything that they've built up from a really conflicting PS3 generation. Them making that turnaround was impressive to me, and PS4 generation really was very impressive overall. And I was overall pretty happy. But then when I saw the writing on the wall with the PS5, yo, I went all in on PC, man. PC is the way to go for me. I don't have to adhere to brands, really. So it's hilarious to me at this point that, back, say, 2016, back when Overwatch came out, right? Around that time. It'd be crazy if I told PlayStation 4 gamers back then, hey, year 4, not year 1 or year 2, year 4 of the PS5 generation, the games that you guys will have to look forward to would be a Lego Horizon video game, an Overwatch clone with really retarded looking Guardians of the Galaxy knockoffs, and last but certainly not least, an Astrobot 3D platformer that is going to be like what, $60. Um I would have been told, one, I'd be laughed out of the room, oh, you're crazy, man. PlayStation got this on lock. They know what gamers want. They're on top of it all, man. They're on the top of their game. They're the best they've ever been. I would have been laughed out of the room. I would have been called a liar. Or the funny thing is, you would accuse me of saying no. That's Xbox's lineup. That's what Xbox got on the table. Because last generation, that's how pathetic Xbox was. How the mighty have fallen, and PlayStation gamers continue to live in denial, continue to meat grind PlayStation's fucking fat cock. Nobody cares, man. They just go along with it. I watched last night one of the most pathetic, like hour-long debates over Lego Horizon, all because it's going multi-plat. Oh man, it's like last generation. Who was debating last generation on PS4? Who had time or who gave a fuck to debate a Lego video game? When did that ever happen? It's so pathetic because the bones on PlayStation have been picked dry. Absolutely. And I'm not here acting like Xbox got it all. No, Xbox has been the bottom of the barrel for over 10 plus years now. Like 15 years is more like it. They've been the absolute bottom of the barrel, but guess what? Everyone knows that they're at the bottom. PlayStation meat grinders are over here acting like they still got gold. Meanwhile, the carcass has been picked clean, boys. To sit here and act like this is the epitome, the peak of gaming when we were expecting so much more. I was definitely expecting so much more. The main reason all of us, especially the day one early adapters bought into PS5, was for that amazing PlayStation first party. Now, I didn't like all PlayStation's first party games, but it couldn't be denied how amazing and how insane their first party titles were in terms of presentation, in terms of visuals, in terms of um just overall presentation and quality of their video games, it cannot be denied what PlayStation brought to the table, and that it was better in presentation wise than just about any other company out there. Now, now we've seen PlayStation become a really just nonsense, Xbox nonsense, man. I've been saying now recently that really PlayStation, meat grinders, the console gremlins on the PlayStation side, they have specifically become Xbox One gamers. When they pull up to the plate, man, to swing for PlayStation, like like they do, they bring up now the same exact arguments that Xbox gamers brought up last generation that I constantly made fun of Xbox gamers for. They have nothing, man. It's so pathetic. Literally watching these dudes debate over Lego Horizon, make excuses, muddy up terms, like muddy up the difference between canon and licensing. Like, this is mind blowing to me. It's mind blowing. It's laughable. It's pathetic. And really, it's time to just accept that gaming, including your brand that you grind the conch of all day, every day, is unfortunately at one of its lowest points in the history of gaming. Throughout my entire life of playing video games, this has to be the most pathetic point. And there's people keep making the excuse, well, PlayStation has no competition, so why do they feel the need to adhere to bring the heat to the table? And it's like, well, who cares about the competition? You should be demanding. You want into PlayStation with the PS5. You should be demanding that PlayStation adheres to you as the consumer, to you as the PlayStation gamer. How is it that you make excuses for them not giving their 110%? It isn't Xbox's job to make sure that PlayStation does for you what PlayStation told you it was going to do for you. It's not Xbox's job. It's your job as a PlayStation gamer, as someone that bought into PS5 generation, to make sure to hold PlayStation to that level that they have been last generation. But people want to make excuses, man. People want to act like PlayStation gamers now want to act like Xbox One gamers, and I'm specifically talking about Xbox One generation. Xbox gamers have went through a decade of getting fucked, like you guys are going through now, but they went through a decade of getting fucked, and they made a transition from the Xbox One gamer to now the Xbox Series gamer, and that's a whole other topic entirely. But they know they're at the bottom of the barrel, whether they want to admit to it or not. What's crazy is, and I keep saying this, PlayStation gamers, the perfect example every time. And Ziggy keeps rubbing his face on my monitor, which is shaking the camera. But hey, buddy, can you give me a break here? Can you give me a break? Thank you, sir. I keep saying PlayStation gamers is that person in the neighborhood that has the nicest house on the block, but the block is located in the worst area in New York. All right, it's located in the shittiest spot of East New York, Brooklyn. The building down the block is on fire every other day. There's a shooting right in front of your fucking house every day. And you're in this delusion that you have the nicest house ever because it happens to be the biggest, it happens to be the most spacious. But guess what? You have to walk through heroin needles, you have to walk through blood spots, you have to walk through warm dead bodies just to get from your car that's parked on the sidewalk, that's parked in front of your house, to your actual house. That's how PlayStation gamers are. They think they have gold when really it's sad, man. It's sad, and like I said, I'm the type to just jump off a sinking ship. I see, PlayStation has been the Titanic for a while, and I've jumped off that ship. I wish I would have gotten off earlier. I wish I would have seen what was coming before I even bought 2 PS5s. Because at least, maybe I would have bought at least one. But it would have been nice to have seen the writing on the wall back then. Unfortunately, PlayStation, they played their hands right in suckering you. But the problem is, Now that you realize how you're being played, you just make excuses for them. And this is why you guys are clowns. This is why you guys keep getting made fun of. This is why, well, I don't really respect you guys. Because you're PlayStation meat grinders, you're PlayStation console gremlins. It's pathetic, man. It's pathetic. Um, Gamers deserve better as a whole. This is speaking against PlayStation, against Xbox, against third party. This generation has been the most pathetic shit show that I've ever seen from gaming since 1998. Absolutely pathetic shit show. And the fact that people refuse to acknowledge it, or they'll acknowledge it for some companies, but their company of choice that they've been, completely defending, completely okay with, defends everything that they do. And gotta have an honest conversation about it, man. It's time to have the honest conversation. If you guys are really okay with that state of play after watching you idiots argue over an Overwatch clone, a Lego game, and an Astrobot, I don't really know what else to say, man. What you're arguing about, the quality of what you're arguing about, the level of games that you're arguing about says it all to me. And I feel completely vindicated in clowning you, making fun of you, in pulling up receipts and watching you guys act a complete fool. Love it. Love to see it, I guess, at this point. But the sad thing is, this is why gaming doesn't get better, because of people like you. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. If you can, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, or Kick if you'd like to continue the conversation. We are so close to 300 followers on Twitch, like one away, I think. And I'll post this video and I'll lose like one follower, but we are like 30 subs away on YouTube from hitting 5K. So any assistance on that part is very much appreciated. Thank you guys so much. Consider becoming a channel member. It gives you, simple 99-cent membership. Gets you instant access to the Discord. Gets you cool Ziggy emotes. So you can chill with us Thursday nights. And we can laugh at the console gremlins, the PlayStation meat grinders. It's always a great time hanging out with y'all. But yeah, guys, well, that being said, I'm out. Peace.